everybody? Welcome back to the brand new video. And I've been doing YouTube baseball card videos. I've had this channel for 10 years. I've done like 5,000 videos. I learned something new today, and it's not a good thing, I guess. And let me just go ahead and tell you what we've got going on here. I bought this fat pack, which you can buy at Walmart or Target or wherever, for $7. I paid almost $1,000 for it, just a shade under. After tax and everything, I think it was like $970 or $960 or something like that. And you might think, are you out of your freaking mind, you idiot? Why would you pay $1,000 for a fat pack that you can pick up for $7? And the reason I bought it was because the seller advertised it as a guaranteed all Kings pack, which means there's going to be an all Kings card in there, which is probably the rarest insert that you can find. I've been opening Series 2 and Series 1 all year long, and I've yet to find an all Kings card out of all the cases that I've broken. And it's probably been like at least, 40, 50 cases between all the jumbos and the hobbies and the blasters. It's like unbelievable that somebody knows that there's an all Kings card in here. I didn't believe it. So I reached out to them. I sent them an offer, and they refused it and came back with a counter offer. And I also sent them a message and I said, how do you know there's an all Kings card in there? Because, you know, if there is, I might be interested. It would be really cool to pull an all Kings card. And they sent me a picture and showed me exactly how they knew. All right, so let's take a look at this. And I'm going to show you right now. The all Kings card is in there. The all Kings set, just an amazing set. And it's headlined by the Murakami All Kings rookie card. And some of those all Kings Murakamis are selling for, you know, $3,000 plus. We had some sell for as high as, I think it was like $4,250. Crazy stuff in there. There's some great all Kings in there. It looks like Bryce Eldridge, Jackie Robinson, Vlad Jr., Ryan Sammer, Cal Raleigh, Ken Griffey Jr., Clemente, Mickey Mantle, Choreo, Derek Jeter, Nick Kurtz, the Murakami, and more. So, man, they can be golds. It can be one of ones. We don't know if it's going to be numbered or not. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what we got going on here. When I first got this pack, I was like really angry, by the way. I thought that I had been scammed. Because you can see right through the pack right here. I'll show you. The top card is, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's Tampa Bay Rays. So it's a Tampa Bay Rays base card on the top. Every single fat pack will have a base card on the top. If you flip it over, every single pack you buy will have a Stars of MLB. However, he sent me a picture, and the picture, clearly you could see an all Kings card in there. Couldn't see who it was, and I was like, wait a minute. He ripped me off. There's no all Kings card on the back. I thought the all Kings card was on the very back. So I looked at the pack picture that he showed me, and he kind of like, I saw the word individual there, and he was kind of zoomed in on that section of the pack. And then it dawned on me what he had done. And this is probably a reason why I will probably never want to pick up fat packs ever again. Fat packs are very, very easily searched. Did you know that? So what he did was you can actually move. There's enough slack in the packs. You can move the cards around. Look at that. You can move the cards around. So just by moving the cards around, he was able, and I was able to do it too, to make sure it was in there. Because I'm not going to put this in a break and if it's not going to be in there, then I have to refund, 30 teams. But by moving those around, take a look. See how I can move that Topps card down, right? See that? That's moving. And you can see where the hit spot is, and look what's right there. Look what's right there. The All Kings card. So, we do have an All Kings card right there. I never realized that pack searchers could very easily just take a fingernail and just go move down 2 or 3 cards and see if there's a hit in there. You could literally see if there's an autograph in every fat pack if you know what the back of the autographs look like, which is pretty easy. It's usually like a 91 tops back, and it's usually all like blank, and it says like congratulations in the middle. You won't be able to see that, but by the border, you'd be able to know. So, man, I'll never buy a fat pack again because unless I'm buying a sealed case of it, I'm just going to assume some guy just went through there and just, you know, took a couple packs, took their fingernail, and moved a couple cards down and saw if there was a hit, and then took the ones with the hits. So that's the bad news about this. Fat packs aren't secure. Somebody could easily search them and find a hit or, you know, whatever. So, but the good news is we're going to be breaking this one. There you go. There's the All Kings border right there. There's a big boy card in there. We have no idea who it is because you can only get about a ½ inch or so of the card to show. There is a team logo right here on the back of the All Kings that would kind of tip us off to maybe who it is, but there's no possible way to see that. Isn't that crazy that there's an All Kings card in there? Even crazier. I never knew that people could potentially search fat packs. Did you know that? Back when I first got into this, I became aware that people were searching hanger boxes, and Topps shored that up. The hanger boxes from 2019 and earlier, they used to have little tabs on the bottom, and people would push the tabs in, and it would create a little window inside of the box, and you could peer in the box and see a cross-section of the pack, and then if you saw a thick card in there, it was going to be a relic or maybe a nice hit or something like that. This is probably even more efficient. You can literally move 3 or 4 cards down and see what the cards are. So they put all the hits on the back as well. So, you know, if there's going to be an autograph or an All Kings or something, it will be the 3rd or 4th from the bottom of the stack. How does Topps fix this in the future for fat packs? I would say take the hits, maybe put them in the middle of the pack because that'll be a lot harder to go through like, I don't know, 20 cards one at a time to try to move it down or whatever. But anyway, so that's the bad news. Fat packs are very, very searchable. I never knew that before. I thought the guy had like a metal detector and maybe there was some sort of trace metal on an All Kings card because they do look really, really nice. That could be a big money. That could be a Mantle. That could be a Jeter. That could be a Choreo. That could be a Ryan Sandberg, the Griffey. I don't know. It's going to be fantastic. And we are going to rip this pack tomorrow live on Whatnot to see who that All Kings card is. If you'd like to check us out tomorrow on Whatnot, it will be a random team break. I'm not going to set up, you know, pick your team break or whatever where you can go grab whatever team you want because, you know, the Pirates, for example, they don't have an All Kings card on the checklist. Well, actually they do. They got Roberto Clemente. So let's say like the Guardians don't have an All Kings card, so no one's going to want them in this break. So it'll be a random team break where you buy a spot, the wheel pops up and spins, and you see if you can get a team that potentially has an All Kings card. And then what we'll do is we rip the pack, and we see who gets the All Kings. In our breaks, I always put extra boxes in with it so that everybody gets some cards. I'll make sure I do that as well. I hope you'll check us out tomorrow. I'll give you the link. And the link to it is going to be right here. $15 for free. This is to get signed up. Go to whatnot.com/invite/jabsfamily and click on that QR code. Or scan the QR code. It'll take you to the same spot, and you'll get $15 off. So, yeah, I saw this for $1,000. I asked some questions. I was like, how do you know it's actually in there? I'm very curious to know because I'd like to do a break and pull an All Kings. They said I could see it through the wrapper. I got the pack. I couldn't see it through the wrapper. I saw an All Kings card. I looked back at the picture again. I was like, wait a minute. There's this kind of aqua card there. And then I realized what he had done, and very easily done. So I learned something new. Fat packs, very searchable. And beware. Hanger box is probably your best bet anyway out there from what I saw from the Fat Packs of Series 2. I opened a bunch of these, and they absolutely were garbage. The hanger boxes were pretty good. So thank you very, very much for watching. Hope you hit that subscribe button. And this is going to be a fun one tomorrow. We'll probably go live around, we usually go live 6:30 or 7 o'clock Eastern time and go until about 11 or midnight. So come on by, check us out on Whatnot tomorrow. All the Pick Your Team rounds are open. If you'd like to grab a spot in the other rounds, besides this one, we'll have like the Under Wraps jerseys, the Under Wraps baseballs, some Tier 1, some Inception, a whole bunch of stuff. So hope to see you in our stream tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Good night, everybody.